got me redone in 1982, so after being there 20 years and 7 weeks, you feel as though it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? Where can you go? Because there's no other scientific laboratories in Sunderland to make the equivalent or the volume of work that we used to turn out, you know what I mean? Anyhow, them days, you know, when we finished on that particular day, there was like leaflets on the floor. I picked up a leaflet and it had this 90mm pipeline filter, right? And it cost to the public £36. So if you double that, would be £72. That's what we would get in a week. That would be a week's wage. But you could do, you had 38 minutes to do one. So when you work it out, or if you're on a full week, the amount of money you made for the company in 1982 to the wages what you were getting made me wonder why the place closed down and moved, because we were up against the clock. Every job you did was up against the clock, and that's the reason why you served your time and you were trained properly, so that eventually you could work at the times, make your money yourself and make the company viable as well. You know what I mean? But it had to be perfect. Before 1982, there was some of the workers got made redundant because the management in Pyrex must have had plans ahead of what they did when everyone got finished, like yourself. So they paid 2 or 3 people off gradually over 18 months or 2 years before. One of the men was called Freddie Pratt, right? Billy Seed, which has started up a company of their own, making novelties, right? So when I got made redundant at Pyrex in the, I'm not sure if it was November, early November, I went up and seen them and asked them for a job, because they were doing ships in the bottles. And ships in the bottles was a big thing in them days, in the 1980s. So Freddie gave me a job. He said, of course you can have a job, Norman. For getting me redundant at Pyrex and moving and asking Freddie for it and getting a job, I took about a week off and I started a week. My wages doubled to what I was getting in Pyrex by doing the ships in the bottles. I think I was there for about 5 years. I think it was 1987. Well, I learned how to do all the ships. Gold the sails, whether they were white, I could do all the ships. But when you were at Pyrex, you didn't have time to learn how to do all these ships in the bottles, because you were on production, you did scientific work, condensers, fork condensers, all the short columns, whatever was had to be made. So when you went to work for Durham Glass with Freddie, you had the ability to work the glass. You just had to have a little bit of time to make a ship in a bottle. I used to tilt mine a little bit further, more round like that. And I look at the joins on the bottom. A lot of them didn't do good joins. They were a bit, them joints are alright, on the good joins on the bottom. Yeah. I didn't think I put the little nipples on the end, see when you put the rigging down. I don't think I did the nipples like that. I don't think I did, I melted it in. Yeah. See the back flag? See where, like, you get a piece of glass and you like eat up a bit raw, you pull it down, pull it out. I used to tack it, because it was still hot. See, now that one's not tacked on, so it's not mine. Well, if there'd been 82 and I didn't get a job with Freddie at Durham Glass, my oldest would have been 9. So there'd have been, at the time, there's lots of scientific glass blowers in Sunderland, because in Sunderland we had a department was called the SA department, where there might have been about 80 people. So that would have been a bit of a struggle. I would have had to move out to the town, maybe it's down south or somewhere, to still continue the scientific glasswork that I knew at Pyrex. I was introduced to this gentleman that wanted to start up a little shop doing ships and bottles, Wearside Glass Sculptures. So we went there for a few years, and then Phil left the company. The old fella that set us on to begin with, and his son-in-law took over it, Neville Chamberlain and his wife. And then it closed, and then it never opened a company of itself. We moved through Newcastle. We were there for X amount of years. We were doing lots of work for Wing On in is it Singapore? Hong Kong. Big orders, big ships in big cases, all kinds, maybe 18 inches long, a foot wide, and as big as as big as you could make them, a foot tall, you know what I mean? All in gold seals. Anyhow, that went on for years and years and years. Really, from leaving Freddy's at say 85 to we started in 96 was 11 years. So in them 11 years, I worked for Wearside Glass Sculptures, Skylamp. When we finished that Skylamp, and through ill health of Neville Chamberlain, he closed the company. So we were on the dole, going to the dole for a month, and the skills that we had was a waste. So I contacted my business partner now, Brian Jones, and I just said to him, Brian, have you any chance of getting any work? He says, no, I haven't. I said, well, would you like, you and I, to go into a partnership? We'll put £1,000 in each, and if it lasts a month, fine, we'll give it a go. So we've been going for 20 years now, and touch wood, may it long continue.